Why if I tell you that most people do not get to live their own experience? Instead, we live other people's experience because we look at the life of another person, we adapt to their lifestyle. We look at the career path of one person and the success of their life, and we adapt to it. We decide to take it and apply it to ourselves. Instead, we don't get to set a system for our own self. We use other people's system. Like, for example, when a trend is going on social media, we adapt to that trend. We take the dress code. If there's a new place someone discover for eating, we adapt to it. Most people start to make social media a lifestyle by following other people. So instead of being your true self, we start to look for other people to copy and paste them onto ourselves, and we cannot be able to know who we truly are. This is why becoming your own religion matters the most. Because if you become your own religion, you have the opportunity to set your own standard, just like how you follow your religion for those people that are religious. You have the Ten Commandments to follow, like thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, and so on and so forth. You are able to follow that. So if you are able to be your own human religion, you also have the opportunity to say that I can set my own commandments, I can set my own standard, I can set my own structure of living to become successful in society and not follow other people's lifestyle. Carl Jones, one of the psychology in our society or the past or centuries, he called this living from the outside. He described it as simply a person who look for outside dreams, look for outside passion, will not wake up, as compared to a person who looks for an inside life, will wake up and become more and begin. This person will be able to become more conscious in life as compared to the person who look for an outside dream. Because what happened in most of the cases of this is that most people tend to spend their whole life looking for life outside. They look at other people's standards, they look for other people's approval, and they call that a direction. For example, before you create something to post on the internet, you have to rethink your decision on whether people will approve it, whether it will resonate with people, whether they will like it or not. And one of the things is that doing this is not a weakness. It's not because it's a bad thing. It's just a wiring that have been built in society, have been implanted in our society to make us to know that you of a certain standard, you have to be a follower, you have to be a consumer, you have to get happy when the person you follow is happy, you get sad when the person you follow gets sad. Now, one of my favorite psychologists, Albert Bandura, he spent decades of his career studying what he called self-efficacy, which have to do with your belief in your own ability to direct your life. And when this belief to direct your life get seen or into the society, most people are not able to fill the gap. Instead, what do is that we look for the certainty of other people and apply to us, because it is more comfortable to follow someone's life path that is certain than live your own uncertainty, because there is a smaller safety net when you are living your own uncertainty or when you are trying to put your life on track. And there is much bigger safety net for the person who is already established and who their life is on a certain trajectory that you see you are more passionate about. And this have to do with the borrow life belief. Like, why is your life a borrow life? Because you easily get comfortable when it comes to someone else who is already having a certain standard of life. You are able to get comfortable because when that borrowed life fails, you don't feel the pain because you didn't put much effort into planning that trajectory. You just copy and paste it onto yourself. So it doesn't matter whether it works or not, because once your effort is not involved, you don't care. You only hope for the good outcome. And another person I can reference easily is Victor Frank. Victor Frank, one of the survivors from the concentration camp. He spent the rest of his when he spent his rest of his life in the concentration camp. He also spent his life studying human behavior and trying to understand that how life can become unbearable and how life can also become bearable based on your mindset and based on your mentality. And he was able to make a complete distinction among most people that never made it in the concentration camp. And one of his arguments was that the deepest human need isn't pleasure, it isn't power. However, it is meaning. If you have a life that is meaningful, that is handed on to you, it becomes something that you are able to locate. It becomes something that you're able to choose. It isn't about the meaning at all, because why? That meaning was handed to you. But if it is if the meaning was created by you, it becomes an assignment with your name on it, knowing very well that if you fail as a person, everybody will know that yes, you failed and you did that assignment with your name on it. But if you copy the assignment from another person, when that person failed, we can blame the person and say, well, we copied from this person, that's why we failed. And this becomes the entire problem of living a borrowed life instead of being your own religion. It can look completely beautiful from the outside because you are just following someone's direct path. That's it. You have a job because you did that. You want to do that same job because of this person you follow. You set the goal, you set the schedule, But however, deep down, to almost everyone that do this thing, like they sometimes ask themselves, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to live this type of life? Is this what I really want for myself? And if you look into this 21st century, one of the psychologists of the 21st century, he spent his entire career studying on what happened when people life that they are living, or when you are living the life of another person, doesn't match your lifestyle. It doesn't match your expectation. It doesn't match up to what you really want. He called this the incongruence, which is the distance between your real self and the outside self. What did he mean by that when he said that incongruence is the distance between your real self and the outside self? This is the thing that has to do with expectations, right? There's a huge gap between the expectation that you want, that you know that you need to achieve, and the expectation that people want to have from you. That is what he just simply means, because I know what I want for myself in life. I know the expectation I set for myself. But if I don't set that expectation, if I allow other people's standard of life to set my expectation, then meaning that I can no longer look up to myself. This is not because it is a chemical imbalance in our society. It often has to do with the concordance problem. A person that is still trying to satisfy the commandment that they never actually agreed to, which means that since you are a human religion, why are you following the 10th commandment of another person? Why are you following a celebrity commandment? Why are you following a celebrity lifestyle instead of having your own lifestyle, knowing that you can meet the standard of the lifestyle that you want to create? The major issue is that people have to learn how to stop outsourcing standard of life. It has become very traumatic in our society that everybody is outsourcing a standard of life or a certain belief. Decided on life is that you have to know what you actually want. That is the first thing you have to know. You have to stop outsourcing the standard of life. You have to know what you want to do for work. You have to know what you want about your worth to be. and what you want to move on through this entire world, how you want to be carried out, how you want to hold yourself in a way that other people will see you as a human religion, that other people will be able to look at your life and copy and paste your own life. This isn't about being an arrogant individual or someone who isolates themselves from people. It is more about having authority over your life. In psychology, we argue that the character of human is built less by belief and more by repeated action. You become what you consistently do, not what you occasionally intend to do. So we have to be able to build our life based on our own commandment and not just 10. 10 commandment cannot be able to guide us in the current or crowded society that we live in today. You need few. You need very few. Completely something that you admire, completely something that you have passion for. For example, 3 rules of my life or 3 rules of your life. I will finish what I start when I want to do it or not. Whether someone else is watching or not, I will finish what I started. Number 2, tell yourself the truth. You have to be very honest with yourself. This is where most people fail, because why people are dishonest with themselves. Like, we set goals and we don't meet up to them. And you have to tell yourself that even if this is a smaller version of myself, even if this is a small style of myself, I will be honest with myself to know that, is this what I really want? And if yes, that is what I actually want, I will be able to do it. If that is what I actually want, I will be able to do it. I will follow it. And I will be able to measure my life by my own standard. My life is not going to be based off other people's standard. I'm not going to use other people's standard of life or people's standard of living to apply that to my life and pressure myself into doing something that I wouldn't like for my future. We have to be able to write these things down in our notebook. Like, I will finish what I started. I will be honest with myself. I will measure my life by my own standard. Those are the top 3 commandments you can set for yourself as an individual if you are becoming a human religion. And somehow, this standard of our life on this day, that when nobody is watching, we become much better versions of ourselves, and it becomes what we call practice makes improvement. Every time we practice these little steps, these little actions, we improve little by little. We build the religion from the scratch. We become better person. We become the Holy Trinity. And one of the life that we need to live is that you don't need a congregation. You only need to have faith in yourself. You do not need to have a conviction. And discipline is the only thing that can guide us in the current society that is extremely crowded and extremely polluted. Discipline is the most important thing you can apply to yourself as an individual in today's society. And be your own religion. Be consistent with your life. Enforce your schedule yourself. Enforce your plan yourself. Don't wait for a motivational speaker or a motivational video that you saw on TikTok to tell you to go to the gym before you wake up and be like, oh yeah, I have to go to the gym. Be your own self-guide. Be your own self-keeper. And thank you for watching. And I hope if this resonates with you, I appreciate it. I hope you like the video, and I hope you subscribe as well. Thank you so much.